I want to get back to this issue we talked about yesterday on the program. $9 billion a year of federal government spending on net zero subsidies and grants and the like. That only just scratches the surface, doesn't it? Because all of the private investment in renewables and batteries and the like is something that we're all going to have to pay for as well.
So the thing to remember with private investment, because we hear this a lot, that people say, oh, look at all the private investment in renewables. We need to make sure that governments are helping to unlock all of this private investment that's just waiting to get out there. And really, when we look at the numbers, private investment in wind and solar projects has been plummeting in recent years. I mean, you look at the 70% decline in the last couple of years between 2021 and 2023. And the Q3, Q4 results, which are the most recent that we've got for last year, show that there were no wind projects that had completely subsidy-free private investment. And there were only 2 solar projects that did not have any kind of subsidies in them. So when we look at the amount of private investment in the system, it's all just being funded by government subsidies. It's being supported by government subsidies. It's not actual genuine private investment in economic projects that make sense. Yeah,
but it's double-edged, isn't it? Yes, it's investment following subsidies, so taxpayers are sort of are paying it to come in. But then most of these investments have a guaranteed rate of return. For instance, the transmission projects do. So whatever billions they put into transmission is definitely going to be recouped through our power bills. There's no way around that.
Yes, so we've seen time and again transmission projects like HumeLink being shoved into through the regulatory system. The regulator has oftentimes skirted around rules, bent rules, potentially broken rules in order to allow these projects that don't actually stack up economically to get through the system. And yes, transmission projects, because they are part of a regulated monopoly, they get put straight onto consumer bills. And so we're all going to be paying more for these projects. And just looking ahead the next 7 to 10 years, that is when all of this huge infrastructure build out is going to happen. That's what the plan is anyway. We're not going to have the workforce or the resources to be able to do that in that amount of time. But we're going to see this huge crunch, and it's something that is going to cause cost blowouts. It's going to cause delays. And yeah, the current plan is just not going to work. We're just going to see further and further cost blowouts that will cause bill increases for consumers.
Yeah, this is the worry. You can see nothing but increases way above inflation as far as the eye can see. The next increase we know about happens next month. On the 1st of July, new rates come in. That's going to see power bills go up by up to 10% for households right around the East Coast on the national electricity grid. But also, we've still got those federal rebates kicking into lower bills. When they end, presumably then there's another price rise that's going to happen, and that's going to happen inside the next financial year too.
Yes, the government can keep trying to put a band-aid on energy bills by continuing to roll out these rebates, but that's just going to worsen our government debt, and consumers in the form of taxpayers are going to have to pay for that. So no matter who pays for it, we all end up paying for it in the end. And it's pretty concerning that governments have shown a lot more willpower in trying to put band-aid solutions on than they have in trying to actually solve the deep core problems we have in our energy system, which is that we are choosing the wrong technologies. And the market has been screaming out at investors to stop investing in wind and solar projects. I mean, you look at the capture prices for wind and solar, they've gone down to about 50% of the weighted average wholesale price. And so the market is clearly telling us what to do, which is to build more dispatchable generation and stop investing in intermittent renewables. But the government doesn't want to hear that, and so they're just going to have to keep rolling out band-aid solutions to stop the voters from revolting.
Such a worry. We'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for joining us again, Zoe. I appreciate it. Zoe Hilton there from the Centre for Independent Studies.